Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, and it's time for the Tag Team Steel Cage. The EWA Tag Team Champions, The Revival, taking on the Bullet Club, the Young Bucks. I can't wait for this. And here come the Revival. The Revival still NXT Tag Champions as well. Shows you how great of a team they are. They're the EWA Tag Team Champions and the NXT Tag Team Champions. Scott Dawson and Dash Wilder. A few weeks back, they did get defeated by the Hodge twins. But they said that's something to settle another time, another day, as they got an issue with the Young Bucks that they want resolved tonight. They're tired of hearing all the fuck the Revival. They're tired of hearing fuck the Revival all over the place. Countless videos of the Young Bucks, Cody Rhodes, Kenny Omega, all saying fuck the Revival. They're tired of the tweets, the hashtag FTR. They're sick of it. And here they come. And there they are, making their debut in the EWA. Matt and Nick Jackson, the Young Bucks. You see they're wearing their rip-off New Day shirts. They did not like the New Day either. And the Revival getting out of the ring. But you can be sure this issue is going to be settled tonight. And you see the steel cage lowering. The Young Bucks and the Revival. Here we go. Tag team steel cage. Both teams going right after each other. That vicious kick by Dash Wilder. Jesus. And the Revival in control in the early going. And the crowd booing the Young Buck. Booing the Revival, I mean. As now the Young Bucks able to counter. And look at Nick Jackson with the cartwheel and the moonsault, and Dash Wilder raked to the eyes of Matt Jackson. Going for a suplex. Now Scott Dawson back up to his feet. Now the Young Bucks back up. Nick Jackson DDT to Dawson. Oh, and another vicious kick from Dash Wilder off the ropes. Dawson countered it. The jawbreaker by Matt Jackson. And the super kick by Matt Jackson. And the spin kick by Nick. Dash Wilder with that shoulder. Uh-oh, Nick Jackson top rope. Nick Jackson swanton. And now look at this. Nick Jackson starting to climb the cage. Nick Jackson starting to climb up the cage. Nick Jackson's on the top of the cage. Uh-oh, here comes Scott Dawson. Nick Jackson almost escaping. Look out below. Oh my goodness! Both men falling from the top of the cage. And Nick Jackson could be done after that. And Dash Wilder. Uh-oh. Looking for that gory special. To Matt Jackson. And now Scott Dawson thinking about climbing. And he's starting to climb. But Nick Jackson right there to grab the foot. Dash Wilder. Oh my goodness. The inverted suplex. And now Nick Jackson. 450 to Scott Dawson. And now Dash Wilder trying to climb. And Nick Jackson pulling him down. Oh, went for that super kick. Dash Wilder countered it. Countered Matt Jackson. Oh, Dash Wilder snap suplex to Matt Jackson. Nick Jackson fighting back against Dawson. And a super kick to Dawson. The super kick party has begun. Nick Jackson, once again, he's up to the second rope. He's thinking about something, but looks like he changed his mind. And now the double counters. And now look at Matt Jackson. And now Scott Dawson trying to get out while Nick Jackson was down. Matt Jackson pulling him down. And now Matt Jackson trying to climb. And Wilder pulls him down. And looked like Wilder was going to climb, but Nick Jackson stopping him. And now Nick Jackson taunting. That signature Young Bucks taunt. The DDT to Wilder. This type of match very dangerous for somebody to be in. Oh, Dawson with that kick and Nick Jackson with that enziguri. And now Nick Jackson's starting to climb. Nick Jackson is starting to climb the cage. He could get out here. But here comes Dash Wilder. And Dash Wilder pulling Nick Jackson down, but Scott Dawson's climbing the cage. Scott Dawson's climbing the cage. Scott Dawson's on the top of the cage. And Scott Dawson's getting out, but they're pulling Wilder back in. Scott Dawson's escaped the cage. But both men have to escape the cage in order to win. And now here goes Matt Jackson coming out after Dash Wilder, Scott Dawson, I guess. Matt Jackson trying to climb out. And Dash Wilder, now he's in there on his own with the Young Bucks and pulling Matt Jackson down. And now Nick Jackson is going to climb. Trying to climb out, and now Dash Wilder stopping him. Dash Wilder trying to do everything he can now that he's on his own. You better watch out. Matt Jackson's to his feet as Dash Wilder starts to climb, but pulls him down. And now Matt Jackson climbing the cage. Nick Jackson back to his feet. Matt Jackson nearing the top of the cage. And Matt Jackson's out of the cage. And now here comes Nick. And Nick trying to escape. Dash Wilder needs to get to his feet, or this match is going to be over. And Nick Jackson on the top of the cage. And Nick Jackson's out. And this match is going to be over. And the Young Bucks beat the Revival in the steel cage. Look at that beautiful 450 splash from Nick Jackson. And then Dash Wilder. You see Nick Jackson get out right after his brother. Dash Wilder could not survive in the cage on his own. We thought the Revival had the upper hand with Scott Dawson getting out. But when it's 2-on-1, you can't really do much. And the Young Bucks victorious in their debut. But I'm sure that this thing between the Young Bucks and the Revival is far from over. But ladies and gentlemen, more action coming tonight as we have Braun Strowman taking on Matanza Cueto. And that monstrosity of a match is next. So we will see you there.